Hey, what's up everybody? We're out here at the old 1850s gold mine today, going to do a little bit of prospecting. It's our first day of the season for 2025. We had a good 2024 season, so we're hoping to at least exceed what we got last year. We're hoping that some of the flooding and the heavy rains we've had wash some new gold into the creek. We're also going to be hitting some high banks in the area and see what we can come up with there. We brought the mini max out with us today. We're going to be running as many buckets as we can, obviously, but we're also going to be test panning a lot to see where the gold's concentrated at. So stay tuned. We'll show you what we get.
You want to start carrying buckets?
No, I don't want to start carrying buckets. Right there's where I was digging. Looks a little better, don't it?
Not too much different.
We won't know. Go ahead and run that and I'll get you on.
Oh, of course you will.
I thought you worked out.
I don't.
Thank goodness for young kids. Young men, I should say. He's well on his way. He's a good kid. Okay, Corbin's come across his first obstacle. He's trying to dig a big rock out. I bring him along as my labor force. He's strong. Not that strong though. Get that rock out. We can blast it if we need to. You want to bring our blaster and blast it?
No.
Make for a good video, I guess. He's struggling on the rock.
Buddy.
Don't let it whip you.
It's too late.
Done whooped you? He said it's already whooped him, so we'll be back with you whenever we get some actual stuff running through the mini max. He's gonna work on this boulder for 3 or 4 days, it looks like, and then maybe by dark we'll have it out. Okay, so he's almost got 2 buckets filled, so we'll get started running here in just a second while he continues to work on that boulder. This is a place that's produced pretty good gold for us in the past, so we'll see what it does. He's gonna have to carry that way up the bank. I'm surprised the creek was out of water. We had to find a little hole, but it didn't have much water in it, so we got lucky to have any water at all. Okay guys, so we got our first couple buckets of material up here. We got the mini max set up, and object of the game today is just gonna be running. We've already test panned that area. We're just gonna see what we can come up with. We've got a lot of clay already, which I don't like clay, especially when it's cold. My hands are already freezing, but I brought some gloves, so that'll help. Like I say, this place has been worked since the 1850s. And it was worked again in the 1930s, and it's still producing gold for us today. So there's obviously a vein somewhere that hasn't been discovered that is still producing the gold. We just hadn't found it yet. We don't know where it's at, but we continue to look for it, obviously.
Gotta do a little sample pan for me real quick. Oh, I have a little gold. All I go down to is this little, there's a little clay, decomposed bedrock layer. That's how far I go down. It's where the gold stops. I walk up to the hole because the creek's dry. So we got a little water hole over there. You're on the treacherous trail. Ooh. Ooh, this water's a little chilly. All these big rocks out of here. See if there's any gold. This little piece right there. There's some gold. There's good gold actually. There's probably about 15 pieces in that little test pan.
Okay guys, we're on our second bucket. This clay's being pretty relentless on us, so we're having to work it real slow and break all the clay balls up. Missing that screw on one of the legs on the Mini-Max, it's hard to, I'm trying to keep it level, so it's hard to really be aggressive with working this clay and keep the machine set up running right. But we're doing the best we can. We've had some gold show up in the indicator mat, so hopefully it'll be a good day. That doesn't tell you a whole lot with it being in the indicator mat, but there were some decent sized pieces, nothing spectacular. But this is the second bucket. We're going to fill up about, I don't know, as many as we can today and run it. We'll only do one clean out today since the legs messed up, but we'll definitely show you the clean out and we'll show you more of the area where we're working.
So as you can see, I've been digging right there. So I'm gonna move down, test pan a little bit more. Finding a place to get another test pan while he's running material. I got my couple buckets up there. Here's some tighter gravel. Here, let's try it here. Move this top layer over. Material is pretty good. Because it looks good, doesn't it? It's gonna have gold in it. Because we've already worked all this in the past, but we had a big hurricane last couple months, and it really moved all the rocks that cleaned the creek bed back out. So we worked all through this, but more gravels and stuff in the creek now. Maybe wash more new gold out. Whew, back to a treacherous trail. Whew. 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 Oh gosh.
I want my hands cold. Okay, so this is what, the fourth, fifth bucket?
This is
Sixth bucket of material we ran. We're gonna run it, probably do a cleanup. We're getting kind of cold. We're not sure exactly where the gold's at. You know, we hadn't test panned this season at all. We worked it pretty hard last year, so we're just hoping more gold's washed through. And we've seen some gold, and we've seen some gold in areas we work, but that doesn't tell us enough. So without really test panning it and getting out here and putting in the work, just running materials, kind of like spitting in the wind, there's no use in doing it. I mean, we know we're getting gold, but we don't know how much. So we're going to do this, then we're going to do a test or a cleanup. We'll show you what we get in the cleanup, then we'll run it through the blue bowl. Okay guys, so we've done our last bucket of material. We're going to do a cleanup. Let it run for a few minutes. Just going to unhook our battery. Unhook the hose. And see what we got. You never know. I mean, it could be fantastic, it could be nothing. But a day out here is better than a day sitting on the couch. Just giving it a quick glance. I don't see nothing on the indicator mat now, but that's not to say there's nothing there.
you want to pan this out?
I will. Give me that pan, please. Wash some of this out. Give me a little bit of water. Always guard with it. Put that bucket underneath it. Alright, we've cleaned out the top part. Just going to take it off, set it to the side. And he'll pull the mat out. And hopefully, we got a bunch of gold.
Some glitch shot here.
Go ahead and get it out and give me some water. You can go ahead and fill this up real quick. Hardest part of the day is the cleanup. And carrying buckets.
Yeah, you ain't doing that.
And shoveling. Walking a mile or two in here. And while he's putting it back together, I'll start fanning it out and see what we got. I don't have a safety fan, which I should. I got one over there, but I'm not going to use it. Water's cold. Cold, cold, cold.
It probably froze all night, wasn't it?
I'm sure it was froze last night. My hand's froze now. Now, I'm not going to work it down real far. We'll use the blue bowl when we get back to the house. Starting to see some lead shot. That's always a plus. A little bit of gold starting to show up, so I'm going to stop right there, work it down, see what we got anyway, and then I'll bring the camera down and give you a close-up. A lot of black sand, at least. There's some gold starting to show up in the very top. About 15 or 20 colors so far. There's another bigger little piece. There's a nice little piece. Yeah, we definitely got some gold in this material, but like I say, I'm not going to be able to work it down real good here. I'll work it down whenever we get back to the house really good, but we'll grab the camera in a second and at least show you some of what we got. Not bad for 6 little buckets anyway. Some of some chunky stuff too. So that's pretty good. What you think?
That's pretty good.
Not too bad. Okay everybody, here's some of what we've got in the pan so far. I haven't worked it down far at all. Not bad for 6 buckets, honestly. Some chunky stuff. And honestly, I hadn't traveled very far, so we're close. See how coarse that gold is? It hadn't moved very far at all. We're still in a good spot here. Curious to see what this here holds. We'll get home, we'll get this cleaned up with the blue bowl, and we'll get a weight and everything for you and put on there and let you know exactly what we got today. But I'm happy with that so far. Okay everybody, no doubt it's a lot of work to get in here. We've got the mini backs, 3 buckets, a shovel, 2 backpacks, all our camera gear, a deep cycle battery, drinks. It's a lot of work, sometimes for a little bit of gold, but we enjoy it. We do this, we do archaeology, we do metal detecting, anything treasure related or historic related. That's what we're all about. It's a lot of fun. This is our first mining day of the season, so we're excited. We got some gold. We hadn't been out here test panning or anything, so to come out here and just nail it right off the bat, it's pretty good. Some decent gold. It's nothing to write home about. We only did 6 buckets, so we're happy with what we got so far. So it's not bad, but sometimes it's hard getting into these places and accessing it, and actually getting the gold, but a lot of times that's where all the gold's at. Okay, so we've got packed up and we're headed out of here. It's got chilly on us, our hands are freezing. We found some gold. When we get back to the house, we'll run it through the blue bowl and get you a weight on it. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.